So very good morning all of you. Welcome to Oliveboard. I am Yash Mishra. So very good morning Nishi, very good morning Gomti. How are you guys doing? Is preparation going well everyone? Yes, no in the comment section. So you would say sir, you every time ask you to ask us to comment yes or no in the comment section. But why? See, I want you all that whether you guys are wake up or not. Okay, so I just want you to know that whether you guys are full of energy at 7 a.m. in the morning or not, right? Because see, the initial stage, this initial hour of the day decide your entire day. Okay, what you are going to do next, what you are going to do for the entire day, the initial hours decide all those things. So if you start your day with studying, it means your day is going to be very productive. All right, great Gomti. Okay, excellent. So let's start this session. So this is our daily current affairs session and we will be covering all the important news from your exam point of view for 5th of October. So let's see what all those news are. So we'll be starting with the important days. So 5th October, that is celebrated as World's Teachers Day. Okay, and which is the organization? Yes. Today is World's Teachers Day. Okay, and so it was started by this ILO and UNESCO, right? And recommendation on teacher status in 1966. Okay, so the entire purpose of this day is to celebrate this day is to recognize and appreciate the teachers all around the world, those who are giving their best to uplift someone, to provide knowledge to them. Okay, to imbibe good characters and values. See, teaching is not about just giving information, it is also about providing values, providing good ethical conduct in the students so that in future they can become a good human being, right? So that is very important. Teaching is not about just giving the information, because I will tell you one case. Have you heard of the name Osama bin Laden? Tell me, have you guys have heard? He was a chemical engineer. All right, he was very knowledgeable, but the value set, it determines the character of a person. Okay, whether he is going to use all those knowledge for the good purpose or the bad purpose, and this value sets determine the entire future of any country as well as the future of that particular person also, right? So education with values, and it is the duty of every teacher to not just provide information or teach any topic, as well as provide values to those students who are watching you, because they are watching you because they want to learn from you. Okay, and whether you are teaching them good or bad, if you are providing them a certain values, values of what, how they should conduct their entire life. Okay, on what principle they should conduct their entire life, those are the value sets, right? So again, the theme is valuing teachers' voices towards a new social contract for education. What is a social contract? See, let's say, what is any other contract? What is a contract? It is basically an agreement between two parties, right? Let's say in when there is a loan contract. There is a loan contract between a bank and a customer. So what is a social contract? Social contract means agreement between two individuals, agreement between two institutions, all right, for doing some societal good. And here, as a student, as a teacher, we have a social contract. It is my duty to provide you all the knowledge which I have, and it is your duty from your side to get those knowledge, to utilize that knowledge and pass your exam. So this is a social contract between a teacher and a student. All right. Yes. Exactly. Yes. Excellent. Good, Nishi. Excellent. So now let's see the next news. NASA SpaceX crew launches to ISS. ISS is what? International Space Station, for science expedition. So what is the name of this crew? The name of the crew is Crew 9. All right. And who has launched this Crew 9? NASA's SpaceX mission. All right. So just remember this thing. So this was launched on 28th of September. It was launched from Space Launch Complex 40, which is in Cape Canaveral, Florida. All right. So just remember. And who were the crew members who went to International Space Station? One was astronaut Nick Hague and the cosmonaut Alexander Gorbunov. See, these terms astronaut, these are used by the English people. Okay, or you would say this is the English term, right? The cosmonaut is nothing but astronaut only, but it is used by the Russians. So this person Alexander Gorbunov, okay, he's from Russia. All right, so here are the two person, NASA SpaceX Crew 9 mission, right? So I believe these are the two person who have went to International Space Station, and mission duration is 5 months aboard the International Space Station. So they would be living on the International Space Station for the next 5 months, right? So just remember Crew 9, the combined effort of NASA plus SpaceX. And who are the two people? You can remember the name, Nick plus Alexander, right? And where to International Space Station for 5 months. So this is your short note for this. Hi Sujal, education makes you mature enough. What is right or wrong? Exactly. See, if you are able to identify what is wrong and what is right, okay, this is what we call as ethics, ethical values, to identify between the right and wrong. If you are able to do that, then it is fine. Also see, right and wrong, it also depends from person to person, right? What one thing seems right to me might seems wrong to anyone. All right, so it depends upon the value sets, how they should view these things. So in this, there is a subject called ethics in civil services exam. So in this we teach all those things, right? So I'll tell you some interesting thing about all those things whenever we have some free time. But before that, focus on this class. And I want you all to clear that your next target, whatever your next target is, right? So about International Space Station, some static fact you should remember. It was launched in the year 1998. Okay, and the first crew mission is what? Whenever there is a human being sent to sent to the International Space Station. So the first mission was November 2000. Okay, and this space station is located in the low Earth orbit. All right, at 400 kilometer altitude, and it is traveling at 28,000 kilometer per hour, right? So it is also moving around the Earth, and it completes an orbit roughly every 90 minutes, right? So let's say this is Earth and this is the International Space Station. Okay, so this is also revolving around the Earth at a speed of, let's say, 28,000 kilometer per hour, and it's completing one entire rotation, complete one orbit around the Earth in 90 minutes. Okay, and remember one thing, it has a continuous human presence, inhabited since 2000, representing global cooperation. Means one human being is constantly present in that space station. It is not that that is the same person, they keep on changing. Okay, so this is showing that how global cooperation is there. Every country is cooperating for this International Space Station. All right, and who are the partners? We have the NASA from USA, Roscosmos from Russia, European Space Agency of Europe, the Japanese JAXA of Japanese Space Agency, and we have the Canadian Space Agency, CSA. So all these are the partners. All right, and operation status active with plans to operate into the 2030s. So till the 2030 is going to operate, I believe. Okay, so these are some key facts about ISS. Just remember one very important thing, it is in the low Earth orbit. All right, now moving on to the next thing. Sheinbaum leads as Mexico's first woman president. Very, very important. Mexico has got her new woman president for the very first time. So the name of the lady is Claudia Sheinbaum, and is the first woman to serve as the president of Mexico, right? Very important. So see, she is the lady, she has won the president elections. Okay, and what important is she has succeeded Andres Manuel, right? And represent a continuation of progressive policy aligned with the Morena party. So she belongs to the Morena party of Mexico. And before becoming the president, she was the first female mayor of the Mexico City. So she was in the politics for quite a long time. Previously, she was the mayor. Now she has become the president. So these are kind of one-liner current affairs. One-liner current affairs. They can ask you a question that from which country, which country has recently got the first woman president? Okay, so they can ask you, or they can ask you that Claudia Sheinbaum is the first woman president of which of the following countries? So you can get Mexico. They can ask you Venezuela, whatever it. Okay, so in this way they can ask the questions. Hello Sabri, good morning. So these are the some one-line current affairs. So about Mexico. You should remember the capital is Mexico City. Now the present president is Claudia Sheinbaum. Okay, it has a presidential system of government and federal republic. So there are different kind of government for every nation. All right. So I represented North America. So just remember these some facts. Okay. See, how many of you are appearing for this 6th October exam? The PO mains, I believe, is on 6th of October. How many of you are appearing? Tell me in the comment section. I have put a message in the Telegram group GA by Yash. So those of you who haven't joined that Telegram group, do join that group. Okay. So on 6th of October, it is IBPS RRB mains clerk exam. Okay. So how many of you are appearing for RRB mains clerk? Okay, you are not appearing. Anyone, those who are appearing, first of all, do join that Telegram group. Okay, in that group I am sharing all the PDFs of the classes and other things. Secondly, if you are appearing for this exam or some of your friend is appearing, do ask them to connect with me. Okay, you can put the message in the Telegram group also. You are not in the group, so you can join this group GA by Yash sir. Okay, GA by Yash sir, you can join this group. All right, I'll share the link also. So the next news was Reliance Group collaborates with Bhutan on renewable energy. Right? See, we all know that Bhutan is a landlocked country. It does not have the access to much of the natural resources, right? Like say coal, petroleum, like this. So it has to depend upon, especially on water. So their power generation is majorly from hydroelectric power plants. Okay. So Reliance Group have collaborated with Bhutan. Okay, and they would be focusing on developing renewable energy infrastructures. And what is the purpose of renewable energy infrastructure? Why we are focusing so much on these things? Because we have to achieve a target known as net zero target by 2030. Okay. Oh, sorry, by 2070. 2070. What is net zero? It means whatever we are releasing, whatever pollution we are releasing, okay, we have to absorb it the same amount. And how we are going to do this? If we are releasing carbon dioxide from thermal power plant, which is using coal, which is a non-renewable source of energy, and which is also a pollution causing agency. Okay, so how we are going to absorb all those things? Is there a method? There are definitely some methods, but how we are going to counter this thing? So we would be using some renewable sources of energy. So we would be using hydroelectricity, okay, or let's say wind energy for producing that much of energy. By doing this, we are removing ourselves from dependency on coal. Okay, so net zero means whatever we have released, the same amount we have to decrease also. Okay, so that is the net zero target. So Sabri, tomorrow exam I am writing, sir. So Sabri, so just give me a call. It is my number 964-344-3102. You can give me a WhatsApp message. Okay, I'll also share you the Telegram group link. So after your exam, I'll call you, okay, to ask the question. So if you are comfortable, so do share me all the question whatever you remember, okay, from GA. Is it fine? All right. Now, so what are the different projects? So 500 megawatt solar power plant in Gelepu. Okay, so Gelepu is a place in Bhutan, so they're developing 500 megawatt solar power plant, right? Then 770 megawatt Chamkharchu hydroelectric project. Okay, so they are focusing on solar project and hydroelectric project. 500 megawatt solar power project is there, and 770 megawatt hydroelectric power project is there. Okay, and this will increase the Bhutan's power capacity. Okay, see also one thing, Bhutan has a good river resources also, and Bhutan is on a high elevation. So from let's say Bhutan is there, okay, so whenever a river is flowing like this from a high elevation, it has a huge potential energy. So this potential energy can be converted using turbine into what? Kinetic energy. Okay, so from this power generation is generally taking place. All right, 1 p.m. slot, fine, I'll connect with you. Okay, next we have Adani and Google partner to boost clean energy in India. So let's say, so for the previous one, they can ask you a question that, first of all, how you are going to make a note of this? Just remember, Reliance plus Bhutan equal to energy cooperation. Okay, this is the formula, and here you can mention 500 megawatt solar, and here you can mention 750 megawatt, 770 megawatt of hydroelectric power. So using this, you can make a short note. I'm also a paid GA student at your classes. Thank you so much. Do give me a good rating in that class. Okay. All right. Okay, so this was the news. Now the next news is Adani and Google partners to boost clean energy India. So you guys must have seen that a lot of news is related with clean energy. Companies are collaborating, nations are collaborating, and they're focusing on clean energy. Because see, we have the target. Now every country has a target of achieving this net zero target. Okay. So we have to be very I would say that we have to be very focused on these kind of news, because in exam they will ask you questions related to environment. Now the trend is very much changing. It is, I would not say changing, it is evolving. Majority of exams now, they are now started to follow this civil services pattern. Now in many exams you are getting statement based question. Previously in banks there was a questions like who has visited India in this month, in which place this following event took place. So these kind of direct questions were mostly there, but now they are evolving their syllabus, and the pattern also, the nature of questions they are asking, they are also evolving. So they are now shifting towards statement based question. Okay. So in a statement based question, you should remember the keywords of every news so that you can answer each and everything. All right. So see, you don't have to go and read entire thing. Just remember the keywords. Every news has certain keywords you should remember, which will help you to solve that question. I'll show you how to do that. For let's say this news is Adani and Google partner at to boost clean energy in India. Okay. So where they are partnering? They are partnering for a project in Khavda, which is in Gujarat, and they are making it is part of the world's largest renewable energy facility. So world's largest renewable energy facility is getting constructed at Khavda, which is in Gujarat. Okay, so Khavda, Gujarat becomes one of your keyword. Now commercial operation will start from the third quarter of 2025. Then energy supply, Adani will provide renewable energy from a solar wind hybrid project to Google. Okay, so solar wind hybrid project is here. the third keyword. Now Adani's focus is expanding into wind, solar, hybrid and other energy storage for commercial and industrial sector to decarbonize the economy. Decarbonize means removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. It is known as decarbonization. Okay. So what is the all the keywords here? How you would be making a short note? Just remember this. See, Adani plus Google, right? Collaborating for, you can mention, equals to clean energy. Okay, clean energy target. For this, they are making what? Largest renewable energy facility in where? Khavda, Gujarat. Okay. Then this would be a solar wind hybrid. So this is your short notes. This is your short notes for this entire news. Okay. And using this, they can ask you a question like, consider the following statements regarding Adani and Google MOU. Number one, it is focused on creating clean energy. Second, for this, there is a new renewable energy facility in, let's say, Maharashtra. They will say that. Let's say in Nasik, Maharashtra, they are creating this thing. And third statement they can give is that their entire focus is on hydroelectric power plant only. So you know that second and third statement is wrong. Therefore, they are creating this facility in where? Khavda, Gujarat, and their focus is on solar wind. Alright. So in this type, they can ask you a question. Alright. Now moving on. So the next one is, have you guys understood this? How we are approaching this news? Yes or no in the comment section. So now the Google's goal is what? To achieve 24/7 carbon-free energy globally and reduce 50% of scope 1, 2, 3 emission by 2030. So there are certain categories of emission which they have to reduce. And they have to keep that target for 2030. Alright. And additional agreement was Adani Green Limited signed a power consumption agreement with another client. So you don't have to remember this. Just see what Google and Adani is going to do. Alright. Next we have Bharat Electronics and Israel Aerospace Industry form joint venture. Okay. So which companies are involved? Bharat Electronics Limited, electronics, and Israel Aerospace Industries. These two organizations, these two companies are forming joint venture. And this joint venture, they would be forming a, let's say, a unit or an organization which would be headquartered in Delhi. Clear? And what is the purpose of this? To provide long-term product support for medium range surface to air missile, which is MRSAM in short, for India's defense forces. Alright. So they are collaborating for providing air defense for India. Okay. Using which medium range surface to air missile, they are working on it. So what is this MRSAM? It was jointly developed by IAI, that is Israel Aerospace Industries, and India's DRDO. Okay. And this is operational with the Indian Army also, Indian Air Force also, and the Israeli Defense Force. Right. So it is a very, I would say, a powerful missile system, because see, Israel have their air defense system. Do you know the name of this air defense system of Israel? It was in news previously, a day or 2 days back, when Iran has fired around 11 to 12 missiles on Israel. Right. So there this name. What is the name? Tell me in the comment section. What is the name of this Israel air defense system? It is very famous. The question was also came in this last exam, RRB mains. Okay. Tell me in the comment section what is the name of this air defense system of Israel. Anyone? See, you don't have to Google that. Okay, I'll be telling you all those things, right? So don't Google that. I'll be telling you. Just say yes or no if you know that. Yes or no. I don't know. Mention no, sir. I don't know. Okay. No need to Google it all. So the name is Iron Dome. Okay, the Iron Dome. It is the air defense system of Israel, which is helping it to counter all those incoming missiles. Clear? So just remember this thing. Okay, so about Bharat Electronics Limited. Okay, it is working in the aerospace and in defense electronics segment. The purpose is electronic manufacturing, which is used either in the aerospace or the defense sector. It was founded in 1954. The headquarters is in Bangalore. Okay, and it operates under Ministry of Defense. Very, very important. And what this is a public sector unit, public sector enterprise. Okay, and what is the status? It is a Navratna, right? Just remember these things. And who is the chairman and MD? Mr. Manoj Jain. So he is the chairman and MD of BEL. Now you would be making the short notes like this: BEL plus ISI, right, equals to Air Defense of India. What is the name? How you would be using the medium range surface to air missile they would be working on. Okay, and this medium range surface to air missile was DRDO plus ISI. They have created this thing. Okay, so just remember these stuffs. Clear? You can make a short note like here that BEL is a Navratna and present MD is Manoj Jain. So this is your, you can say a mind map or you can say a short notes. All right. Chalo, moving on. And try to use this kind of mind maps. It will help you to quickly revise. Otherwise, if you are having statement based everything, okay, then to revise all those things, it will take a lot of time. So always use these kind of mind maps. Yes, Iron Dome is the correct answer. Now the next one is Nagaland gear ups for 25th Hornbill Festival. See, Hornbill is a bird which is found in Nagaland. Okay, in Northeast India, this bird is found. I believe those of you are from the CBSE board. There is this English book which has the title of Hornbill. A bird is there on the cover of this English literature book. Have you guys learned from that book, the English literature? Hornbill. The name was Hornbill. I remember that at that time during my days it was there. I don't know whether it is present or not. Okay. So you have learned Hornbill. Okay, great. So this is the name of the bird, and this festival is celebrated in Nagaland. Okay, and location is what? Heritage Village in Kisama, Nagaland. And what is the significance? Celebrate the silver jubilee of the Hornbill festival. So now they have it is now 25 years since then they are celebrating this thing. Okay, and who is the organizer who is organizing this entire event? Nagaland Department of Tourism. Okay, see, Hornbill festival is a very important tourist festival for Nagaland. And why tourism is since tourism is there, what will happen? All the tourists will come to attend this kind of festival, and they will come there to Nagaland. They will spend money there, and this will help the Nagaland's economy to grow. Kashmir is one of the example of tourist economy, tourism based economy. The entire money which they are getting is from tourism sector, because they don't have industries, they don't have that service infrastructure. So how they are working? Most of them are working in the tourist industry only. Some of them are running cab services, some of them are running travel agent services, right, like this. Okay, similarly for Nagaland this festival is very important. Yes, Nishi. So I believe many of us have learned from that Hornbill book of English literature, if you are from the CBSE board. Now the Hornbill festival, so it was started in 2000s, and what is the purpose? Preserve and promote Naga tribal cultures. Very, very important. Okay, in Nagaland there are different kind of tribes also. Okay, so to protect, to conserve those tribal identities, we are celebrating. Named after the Hornbill bird, important in Naga folklore. So this bird has a very important place in the Naga's mythology. Okay, Naga people's mythology, this bird have a great significance. So it is generally held from 1st to 10th December annually. And in this, they showcase all their music, all their traditional foods, and all about everything about their culture. Okay, so you should remember this thing. Now we have the cabinet approves Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, PMRKY. The full form is Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana and Krishonnati Yojana for sustainable agriculture. Means these two, Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana plus Krishonnati, it is related with what? It is related with sustainable agriculture. Okay, first of all, just remember this thing. Sir, I search for Telegram, I can't find the group link. Just give me a minute, I am sending the link in the comment section only. Just give me a minute. Or do one thing, just give me a WhatsApp ping, okay, and I'll share the group link in that, right? So without wasting the time, let's move forward. So this Krishonnati Yojana is focusing on enhancing food security and agricultural self-sufficiency. Okay, the entire expenditure, as you can see, 1,01,321 crore rupees, and this implementation of this scheme will be executed by state government. Why state government? What is the focus on state government here? Because you should all know that agriculture is a state subject. Okay, agriculture is a state subject. Sir, how many subjects are there? See, we have in our constitution, there are basically 3 lists: the union list, the state list, and the concurrent list. So there are different subjects in each list. Whatever subjects which are in the union list, the entire control is of the central government. They would be making all the laws related to it. For example, let's say in the union list they have the defense actor. So defense actor, the entire rules, laws, and acts would be made by the government of India, the central government. But let's say there is a subject called the category called state subject. Okay, in this we have agriculture, right? So all those things the states have the responsibility to create laws for. So MP would be having some different laws for their agriculture, Chhattisgarh would be having something different, the Karnataka government would be having different. Okay, like this. Then there is a concurrent list in which both union and state can make laws, right? So like labor reforms, these kind of things. So just remember the name of the scheme. Now let's say the second scheme of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Okay, so it aims to enhance the economic viability of farmers by how they are improving the financial condition of farmers by supporting farmers. How? Providing incentives and risk mitigation. Let's say they are providing incentive. If you are going to grow this much amount of crop, government will incentivize you. For risk mitigation, they have this certain insurance scheme also. So Fasal Bima Yojana, these kind of scheme are for risk mitigation. Encouraging agri-business entrepreneurship. So they are promoting farmers to start their some agri-business like food processing industry kind of. Okay, so they have this scheme has certain benefits. Okay, so you can see incentives for states. So promotes increased public investment. They want that more and more public investment comes in this agricultural field. Flexibility and autonomy. States can tailor schemes to the local needs. So these are the certain things: localized planning, yield gap reduction, maximize farmer return, and holistic approach. This entire thing is focusing on what? 2 or 3 things. One is bringing more investment. Okay. Focus on local needs. They are making the Karnataka and Maharashtra border. Okay, so it has certain different kind of geography, different kind of soil. So the needs of the farmer in that place would be different. Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, they have a different kind of geography, right? The soil is different, the agricultural produce is different. So local needs, working as per the local environment. Okay, so this scheme focuses on this aspect. It is not a top down approach. They are focusing on the local approach, right? So RKV, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, focuses on these things. All right. And third thing is upliftment of farmers. Upliftment of farmers. So how they are promoting farmers? By incentivizing them, by giving them more monetary benefits, right? By helping them to decrease the risks, okay, of crop failure. So all those things are in this Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. So it has multiple components, right? So what is the funding pattern? So Government of India, as we all know that every state has a different condition. So for the Northeast, central government gives 90% of the fund. 10% is done by the state government only. For union territories, central government is giving the entire funds. And for other states, 60% of the funding is given by central government, and rest 40% are done by the state governments only. So this is the funding pattern. Okay. And there are different steering committees. So there at state level, we have project screening committees and level sanctioning committees also, right? So for these are basically the agency which see which type of project should be viable for this area. They screen out all those things. Okay, so just remember this thing. And this state level project screening committee, it is head by Agricultural Production Commissioner, okay, or the designated officer. And the state level sanctioning, who would be giving the funds, who would be authorizing the funds, would be the state level sanctioning committee, which is chaired by the chief secretary of that state. All right, just remember this thing. Okay, now we have Ministry of Housing and Family Welfare and ADB hosts the Climate and Health Solution India Conclave with strategic insight for future action. So very big title, just remember Ministry of Housing and Family Welfare and ADB have collaborated for climate and health solution. Again, their focus is on climate. What I'm saying is more and more institutions are coming together to work on climate events. Okay, so this round table on climate resilient health system was there. It was attended by more than 330 participants and chaired by representatives from 19 states. Okay, so all those states are there, clear? And they highlighted the need for adaptive infrastructure to handle extreme weather events. See, we have recently seen that in Kerala, due to landslides, everything was washed away. Every year it is happening both in Kerala, Karnataka, parts of Assam. So they want that we should build such infrastructure that should be disaster resilience. Okay, a disaster resilient building or disaster resilient infrastructure. They are focusing on this thing. Then the other meeting was on nutrition and mental health. Okay, so this was chaired by Dr. Sherian Varghese. Okay, and he is the expert, one of the expert, and he focused on the impact of climate change on social determinants of health, right? And he have given the example of like Kerala floods. So how climate change impact the social determinants, right? Like health, education, the women condition, the child issues, right? All those things, how it get impacted. Then the other was finance for climate change. This thing was focused by Jaya Singh, that for working towards climate change, we need some fund. Okay, so they've worked on establishing regulation for private sector investor in climate and health. They want that private sector should come and invest in this kind of climate health resilient infrastructure. Okay, so this was the meeting theme. So next is, so how will we be making the short notes? Just make that MOH plus ADB. They're working on two things. One is what? Climate plus social dimensions. Then climate finance. All these were the round tables. Okay. So just remember and focus on health. Climate health infrastructure solution. Okay. So just remember this thing. Now we have fossil fuel dominance in electricity generation to end by 2030. I'll give you a very interesting fact. In India today itself, around 60% of the total energy generation is from the thermal power plant, means NTPC, right? So they're utilizing coal. Around 60% in India is still done from coal. So, but globally they are shifting. In different countries, in European nations, they are shifting from this thermal power plant towards more renewable energy sources. Okay, so this report by RBI, very important. Mark it a 3-star. It can come in the exam. So RBI has predicted that by 2030, the renewable energy will exceed fossil fuel in India's electricity generation, and which is essential for the sustainable development. Okay, so they have, the report has some key points. First is transition to renewables. It is expected to surpass 50% of the global electricity generation by 2030. Very important, but it will happen or not, that is a different thing. This is just a report. This is just a I would say the armchair research, sitting on a chair and doing research, right? So this is just a prediction. Clear? Next, and what was the second? The investment needs. So for every dollar invested in fossil fuels, $3 should be directed towards low carbon energy solution. It means that fossil fuels are cheaper. If you are producing energy, why we are still producing energy from fossil fuels? Because it is cheaper. Every dollar we have to invest $3 in renewable energy. It means renewable energy solutions are expensive, right? But see, as soon as we do research and development, the renewable energy solution also becomes cheap. Clear? Initially every technology is very costly. For example, when the initial mobile phones were launched, they were so costly, 10,000, 20,000, right? But as soon as there was this N series, N95 of Nokia, N63 of Nokia, those phones were 70,000, 80,000 rupees at that time. Okay, but now better phones are there. As the technology evolved, better phones are there in just 10,000, 15,000 rupees. Okay, so every technology is expensive in the starting, remember that. Clear? Then capacity tripling, they are tripling the renewable energy capacity by 2030. Okay, again net zero emission by mid-century, by 2050. Okay, let's see if it will happen or not. Then decarbonization cost, they are saying that a fully decarbonized global energy system by 2050, and this would going to cost $215 trillion. For your reference, India's entire GDP is $3 trillion US. So for achieving this thing, we need this much amount of money. So you can yourself make an estimate. Good morning, Kuldeep. All right. So this was this thing. Now the awards and recognition. The news was Alexander Dunn awarded 2024 Sastra Ramanujan Prize. Ramanujan Prize is given for those who have done excellent in the area of what? Mathematics. Okay. So this person has worked in the analytic number theory. Very important. Okay. Particularly for solving Kummer-Patterson conjecture. So this is a mathematical term, right? So just remember which theory he has been awarded. This was awarded for analytic number theory, and he is Mr. Dunn, Alexander Dunn. Okay, so just remember this thing. What is the full form of Sastra? Shanmugha Arts, Science and Technology Research Academy, right? This is known as Ramanuja Prize in short. Clear? And the ceremony date is on 20th to 22nd of December in Tamil Nadu. Very important. So Ramanuja was the great mathematician of India. Okay. So it was founded in 2005 by Sastra University. It is a university, is an educational firm, and its purpose is to honor young mathematicians. Clear? Just remember. So those who are influenced by the work of Srinivas Ramanujan, he was the legendary Indian mathematician. Okay, so there was this Hollywood movie also. This Hollywood movie also based on Ramanujan. I believe the name is. If anyone can remember the name of the movie, he has acted this A Slumdog Millionaire actor. Okay, he has acted in that movie. I'm not able to recall the name. Just do that Google search for you. What is that movie of the Hollywood based on Ramanujam? Okay, tell me if you know that. So this prize is awarded annually to mathematicians under the age of 32. Clear? So those who are under 32, they only can get this award. And this award consists of a cash award of 10,000 US dollar. Okay, so 10,000 US dollar is been given. In 2023, Ruxiang Zhang, okay, an assistant professor of University of California, was the winner in 2023. This lady was the winner. Okay, so you should remember this thing about the Sastra Ramanujam prize. Now we have the science and tech. Tata Motors to build 150 WHAP armored vehicles for Morocco. This is an African nation. Okay, African nation. So Tata Motors is going to build a armored vehicle for Morocco. Okay, what is that WHAP? It is wheeled armored platform. Okay, so it is for the defense purpose. It is a combat vehicle. Okay, so just remember this thing, and this would be delivered over a span of the 3 years. So in 3 years, Tata would be delivering this defense vehicles to Morocco. Okay, and this contract is the largest deal for Indian made armored vehicles both in India and internationally. So very, very important. It is the largest deal for Indian made armored vehicles both in India as well as internationally. So a big claps for Tata Group, right? So they have developed this wheeled armored vehicle in partnership with DRDO. All right. So DRDO and Tata Group have collaborated. Clear? So how you can make a short note? 150 wheeled armored vehicle. Who have been the collaborating? Tata plus DRDO, supply to Morocco. Okay, you can make a short note on this. All right. Yes, The Man Who Knew Infinity. Exactly. This was the movie which is based on Ramanujam's life. Okay. The next was Chandrayaan-3 Vikram lander landed within a buried impact crater. Okay. So this Chandrayaan-3 mission, it is the lunar mission of India. Okay. It successfully landed in a buried impact crater which has a diameter of 160 kilometers. Right. So this there are two things. One is the lander, the name is Vikram, and the other one is rover. The other thing was rover, the name of the rover was Pragyan. So you remember this thing, the name of the lander is Vikram and the rover name is Pragyan. Clear? So this has landed on a impact buried crater. Clear? So this crater is considered as one of the moon's oldest and potentially older than the South Pole Aitken, that is SPA basin. This is the largest impact basin in the solar system. Clear? So this is one of, just remember, it is one of the oldest basin of the entire moon. Clear? So the location offers scientists a chance to study again moon's geological character. This entire Chandrayaan mission was what? To study the surface of the moon. It was landed on the south pole of the moon. Okay. And they will, and the next mission would be, they will bring all those material, the soil, the rocks of moon, and they will study it to understand the origin of the universe. Okay. So just remember this thing. And remember the name of the rover also. Next is the practice questions. So guys, is it clear everyone? How we are approaching all those current affairs? I have made the short notes for majority of that. One student requested that sir try to make the short notes for every news you provide. So I have done today. So try to understand. You should also know the method of making these kind of notes, these kind of mind maps. Okay. So tell me in the comment section very quickly, everyone, be attentive, be focused on this class now. Who are the two crew members of the SpaceX Crew 9 mission launched on September 28, 2024? Tell me the name. I have given the short form also. One was astronaut and other was cosmonaut. A, B, C, D. Tell me. Quickly, quickly. See, try to read the question very fast, because in exam you would be having less time to solve all those questions. Okay. Yes, Nick and Alexander. Good. Gomthi is the first one. So, Nick Hague and Alexander Gorbunov. So, the correct answer is B. Okay. Next question is, consider the following statement about recent roundtables on climate health. Sorry, just correct this question. This is not about roundtables. About the, just remember, consider the following statement. Okay. Consider the following statement. Statement 1 is, Statement 1 and Statement 2. Statement 1 is, Israel has collaborated with Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited for developing medium range missiles. So as we all know that this is a wrong statement. Okay. Because it is not Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, it is Bharat Electronics Limited, BEL, which is the Navratna, which is based in where? Bangalore. Okay, so the first statement is wrong. The second one is, medium range surface to air missile was jointly developed by Israel Air Force, Israel Aerospace Industry and India's DRDO. This is absolutely correct. So the question asked was, which of the above given statement is or are incorrect? So they have asked about which of the statement is or are incorrect. So only one statement is incorrect. So A, okay, the answer is already given. So A, one only is the correct answer. All right. Okay. So this, the answer was already given. Next we have, oh, the answer is again given. Chalo, anyways, we have to solve this thing. So consider the following statement about Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. So there are basically 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana aims to enhance economic viability of farming by supporting farmer and encouraging agribusiness entrepreneurship. Alright, so this is a correct statement. We have seen that. I have told you the 4 or 5 point na, promoting agribusiness, farmer welfare. Okay, so the scheme promotes flexibility and autonomy, allowing states to tailor agricultural schemes to the local needs. So I have told you that it is a state subject. State government has the power to modify this thing as per their own needs. So the local needs was the answer, right? Then RKVI focus on maximizing farmer returns, helping farmers, okay, and takes a holistic approach to address multiple agricultural components. So this is also correct. So which one of the following is correct in respect to the above statements? All statements are correct. C is the correct answer. Okay, so just remember this thing. Next we have, which state is gearing up to celebrate its 25th Hornbill Festival? So A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, everyone. Be very quick. So correct answer is Hornbill. Hornbill Festival is in Nagaland. Right? So the correct answer is C, Nagaland. Alright. Next we have, which company signed a contract to manufacture 150 wheeled armored vehicles for Morocco? Tata Motors, Tata Advanced System, Bharat Electronics Limited or Mahindra and Mahindra? A, B, C, D. So the correct answer is Tata Motors. Alright. So A is the correct answer. Now you have the homework question. Consider the following statement about Sastra Ramanujan Prize. Number 1 statement is this, number 2 is this, number 3 is this. Okay, statement 1 is, the Sastra Ramanujan Prize was established in 2005 by Sastra University to honor young mathematicians for their significant contribution in the field influenced by Srinivas Ramanujan. So this long statement is absolutely what? You decide. You tell me the correct answer. Okay. The second statement is, the prize is awarded annually to mathematicians who are under the age of 35. So whether 35 or some different age, you decide. And the recent winner is Alexander Dunn. So only 1 and 3 are correct, 2 and 3 are correct, all statements are correct. None of the statement correct, and the answer is already given. Okay, so 1 and 3 are correct. This was absolutely true. This is second statement is wrong because the age is 32. Less than 32 years of age they should be, and the recent winner was Alexander Dunn. So statement 1 and 3 are correct. Second is incorrect. Okay. Yes. I don't know how it is written. I'll ask the team to hide this answer from next time. Okay. So this was it for today's session. I hope you have enjoyed. See, sometimes now what happens is whenever you do something on a daily basis, right? Initially you will feel good. Oh yeah, I'm getting everything. I'm understanding. But it is, remember, it is a daily task, and human beings are not robots. Okay, and that too, I'm taking a class in first thing in the morning. So, which student who is able to attend that class, attend all those things, read everything, write the short notes, which student is going to do that for the longer period of time? The success probability becomes higher for that student. Okay, I know that there's sometimes it can be very exhausting. It can be sometimes the session would be sometimes very boring also. It happens because we are studying, we are not playing cricket, na. It would be sometimes these kind of things, but sometimes you would be enjoying. So it all depends on your mood. It all depends upon your mental condition. So one thing I am suggesting to all the students, whether you study or not, at least do these two things every day. Half an hour a brisk walk. Do that thing, because if your physical body is fit, then only your mind will work. But if you're getting fat, if you're staying and just doing nothing, no exercise, you're going to put up weight. And as soon as you start putting up weight, you would be having back pains, you would be having mood swings, you would be having lethargy, laziness. All this thing will start to originate. So 30-minute brisk walk and 15 minutes of meditation, because everything is getting done from here. So this should be very strong. So deep meditation. In meditation, what you can do? Deep breathing. Okay, close your eyes, and I guarantee you, you just do today only. You can't close your eyes for continuously 10 minutes. I bet you. You can't just do that thing. Just close your eyes and sit down for 10 minutes continuously without opening the eyes. 99% won't be able to do that. So close your eyes, take deep breaths, focus on your breathing, inhale, exhale, and do that for continuously for 10 minutes. And after that, you will feel so much good, na? Your focus will increase. So 30 minutes of brisk walk and 15 minutes of deep breathing. And you yourself will see within next 10 to 12 days, if you do it continuously for the next 10 to 15 days, you yourself will see that how major improvement is getting in you, how your personality is becoming better, how your focus is increasing, how you're fully feeling so energetic. Okay, so these things you have to do, because if you're not doing physical as well as mental exercises, you won't be doing good. Okay, and you will feel negative. Negative things will come to your mind. You won't feel like studying. You feel like procrastinating every time, right? So try to do that thing. Whatever I have told you, try to do that for the next 10 to 15 days, and tell me after 10 to 15 days whether you are getting benefits or not. Okay. सर व्हाट हैव रिटन सर, आपको क्वेश्चन पेपर बनाना देना चाहिए so that हम लोगों को आंसर भी so let's see, हो जाए तो अच्छा है if it is good, but that would become the major, it would then become the major cheating. Okay. That's the answer is already given. We will become the next NEET also, right? So we don't want to bring that thing in the banking exams. It is all the banking exams are running very nicely. So let it run, because otherwise you guys will have a loss of years. Okay, so we are not expecting all those things. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. If you have any doubt, do mention in that Telegram channel also, mention in the comment section. If you have enjoyed the video, do like and comment in the comment section. All right, chalo, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day and Jai Hind everyone.